Micah can't help you. You don't know how to handle a fish. She caught a carp.
She caught a fish and she called you.
She caught a carp.
Where is that?
It's in the what you call it, the container. Those carp are like 4 foot long.
And Caesar's gonna be virtual, is that right?
Virtual Caesar.
That's the classic one, they,
Yeah. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our speakers are
Where's our
dead.
candies?
are they just, are they a phone, or are they just?
There was only one left, and they had it always
ignoring it.
max,
Yeah.
so it probably.
Limit?
Where's our candies?
Oh,
Jesus. Hey, Mom, that's having an emergency down there. She's available.
Send the offering plate around.
so for Valentine's weekend, well,
Thank you. Just send it on down. Here.
like all the little.
Thank you, poison.
By about 18 on Friday, I was like, oh, think about that, man. There were little things. No. There were little.
Here.
Is this like Halloween stuff, or what is this?
It's Isaac's stash.
It's compliments of Isaac.
Yeah, it's like little wrappers. Everywhere. All
How
over.
does your mother raise you, by the way?
It wasn't easy.
How does she deal with you when you're eating habits?
Oh, it's terrible. So because I'm still not a good seasoning guy, so when she would like make like pork chops or steak or anything like that, I would take my plate to the bathroom and I'd turn the faucet on high and I grab all the meat and I'd just watch it.
Yeah.
And just like put it back on the plate. Like that.
And now he owns a steakhouse.
I know,
I was
right?
gonna say,
He owns a restaurant. This guy owns a restaurant.
Least likely to ever do that, for sure.
Yeah.
And like her favorite ice cream is called a tin roof.
Yeah.
So you know what that is, right? So when she would bring like ice cream for everybody, because I can't mix consistencies. I can't have something crunchy with something. That's got to be just one of the same. So she'd bring me a dish of ice cream in a cup, and I'd just be like, I'm spitting the nuts. And I just throw the nuts away. Now I can just eat nuts all day long, but I can't have something like crunchy peanut butter. Oh God, no! It's got to be one of the two. I mean, something's going to be crunchy. It's just like I believe. Yeah. Ever since I was young, I'm still like that. I can't do crunchy. Can't mix, and I can't mix temperatures either. Can't put something cool on something that's hot.
So you can have like a brownie with ice cream on it.
No, God, no. No, it just turns into some soupy little mess. No. But at this point, I can't have either anyway, unless it's dairy free. Did I tell you about I was craving ice cream?
How many times I got to do this? You and Kylie have so much.
I'm telling you. I was craving ice cream, just some vanilla ice cream. And I was like 6-7 months into this lactose intolerance thing. And so I said, well, I'll just be like, it'll be nasty, but I'll go get some. So I go to Randall's, I get this thing that says dairy-free vanilla ice cream. Perfect, they'll grab a little pint, eat about half of it. 2 hours later, I'm just like, just doubled over. What the fuck is that? So I go to the freezer, open it up. I look over, and I start to read the ingredients, and it says at the bottom in bold, contains milk. I'm like, dairy-free contains milk. How? I just threw it away. It was just miserable all night. Felt like I swallowed a bowling ball.
No Kylie, man.
No.
We cannot get Kylie
Let
here.
me unmute Caesar. Caesar, can you hear us?
Kylie does not like that either. She does not like consistency.
Mm-mm.
She can only eat certain food things. She loves waffles.
Can you hear us?
Give it time.
She's smart enough.
We can't hear you.
I have so many people who tell me, I know why you like Waffle House. It's why because they put things on individual plates. I said, that's an upside to it. That is an upside to it. But,
You might have to dodge some throwing dishes.
yeah.
That's not part of it.
Hey, Caesar, we can't hear you.
Soups are right after you. Soups are right after you.
Oh, yeah, KFC, yeah. What was I saying? Denny's is Waffle House for people that can't fight. It's,
Denny's has this thing called a ghost restaurant that you get on like Grubhub.
Hello, Counselor.
If you get on Grubhub or one of those, you know, the food delivery things,
uh-huh,
supposedly there's this restaurant, I'm thinking what it, anyway, there's this restaurant that says it's in Kima, and they do, like grilled cheese sandwiches and different with meat, different cheese sandwiches and stuff, right? And it's really Denny's. And, because I was looking at the address it gave, and I thought, no, you know, I haven't seen this restaurant there. I would have noticed that.
just another name for Denny's.
Did you?
Man, what's the name of that place that's like a little bit nicer Chili's? What's it called? It's over there in front of the movie theater. It's got
Cheddar's.
Cheddar's.
Oh,
Cheddar's used to have an adult grilled cheese.
Uh-huh.
That was the best thing. Then they got rid of it.
Cheddar's used-
I can tear it up.
I absolutely love the way you described Cheddar's without saying, what did you say it was?
It was like a nicer version of Chili's.
A nicer version of Chili's. I like that.
That's what it is. Dude, that's what it is.
The thing is, Chili's is like eating casual dining 16 quarters in a row. They're like 14
Oh, God.
14,000.
His favorite restaurant.
Really? All right.
Darren knows that.
Where is it?
Chili's is Michael's favorite restaurant.
Like when we were in the hill country, they just opened one, and we walked in for things, we walked over, like, it's all bright in here.
How are you doing?
Mayor,
Good, how are you?
you taught me how to come in here.
I know, but y'all are getting the little bit more casual version of me today because I had school till just a few minutes ago. I didn't even have time to change.
I wear this for you.
I really appreciate it. I really, really do.
He says the same thing to me. Don't.
I know, I gave him we're ambassadors for
She
the
did give
city
you the
speech,
speech.
you
Oh,
know,
okay.
at one time.
I think she was wagging her finger at me when she said
I did not.
Not the finger.
Now that I might have been.
College Station has city councilman.
So you can ask?
And he would come in wearing shorts and like a collar, like a polo. You know? And one of the council members that drove him nuts, he wore shorts to council meetings. He's like,
Oh, we had one better than that. We had one that came in,
No
to
sleeves.
KCDC, wife beater t-shirt.
Oh, David,
No, what white beater, just sleeveless shirts.
sleeveless shirts, yeah.
Sleeveless shirts, flip
Okay,
flops.
He
sleeveless,
cuts off the-
flip
yeah.
flops,
Oh, like
you know,
shorts.
shorts.
And it could be 0 degrees outside.
Yeah, and that's what he was gonna wear.
And it has to be with all the wax on it coming way off.
So I get a call yesterday from an EDC friend of mine, and he says, hey, we went to dinner in San Antonio with all the EDC people. And you know Darren Ross?
So you can ask?
You walked into this restaurant. I said,
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, okay.
Sure.
I think we got a problem.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself so the meeting starts.
That's what he's known for.
I said, that's fine.
Did the flip flops and the shorts match? That's dressed up.
I said, was the picture shirt he had designs at the top of it? 'Cause that's the best one.
Or the city logo on it. That's really dressed up.
Okay, Caesar's on the line.
No executive session,
Oh,
right?
thank you.
No.
So that means you only have a 30% chance of
No, but I
hearing
don't.
Joe tonight. Oh.
I was just about to complain and said, she doesn't
Are
even.
you really feeling like,
Oh, we can do that. Would you like a gold plated one or a really cool one?
It was-
We didn't get one to Kyle. He got the boy ones, the old regular ones.
I was just like,
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, so did you figure out where it was?
well, they drew
Drew?
today.
Did
oh,
you figure out where it
who
was?
landed where?
Isaac's
So I talked to
second
Michael,
and,
from Limburger about it.
Shalia is above Sean.
Mark, I'm sorry.
She's
When the meeting's
first,
over,
she's
let's talk about it
second,
too.
and Isaac's second, whoever that guy is. I don't know. Do you know? Oh, really?
Who's that one?
Oh, there you are.
Hey,
Did you come in, Doug?
that's,
Doug, did you come in?
I was about to text
Did I
you.
what? Were you here?
I thought, where you at?
no,
That's what I was fixing to text you.
I'm barely here.
Is Ryan
How are you, my friend?
Uh,
You, sir?
What you doing here? What you doing here? Hey, it's Thursday at 4 o'clock and I'm here to get arrested.
Because I can't even get to work. So I'm like, I ain't doing that.
Oh, if somebody comes,
They dealt with it. I done gave it to the because I'm tired of myself.
Well, I asked
Mayor.
Natasha to look it up and see if we have any ordinance. If we don't, we probably need these, just real quick.
oh, it is.
That's what I thought that says.
That's it right now.
Okay, it's something to do with right. I don't know if it's a student or something, but well, it's all like, no. I'm not doing it. Sounds like I'm
That's center there. So we need
That's on you, bud. You're on your way out. You need dirty work to be done between now
It's not
and
gonna show, it won't show until the 25th anyway, but I'm not done setting it up yet, because I got to do it other things. But the part that needed to be done to go in the paper has already been sent away. Hey, Mayor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here's that thing you were asking about, hold on.
What?
The thing
Yeah,
you were asking about?
picture you posted,
I
stretch.
cannot hear you.
Oh,
What's up with that?
The ordinance you were asking about, it's on the screen. The point operated.
You're like about a
Okay,
half
is
an
that
inch short.
different than the
Chad.
8-liner? You need to add 8-liner to it?
No.
Top dollar.
Kyle,
No, thank you.
when
Thank you.
point operated,
Okay,
when point operated, be different from an 8-liner? Well, now that I'm asking, we have an ordinance, but I want to make sure we don't need to add to it. So maybe you read it, we need to add to it.
He's like, you had an arcade.
Well, I'm sure.
I made it that time.
Yay!
I think I'm a shirt tie. Makes me skinnier. Already had me a cold one.
I know, right?
Appreciate it. Oh, Lord have mercy.
You know what?
Shalia, you want to,
I really.
do you want to address us?
I-
Is it okay if I write your name down? You're welcome.
Yeah, he told me he was gonna be here, but he was gonna be late.
And if he,
Yeah. That's cool. I expected you to do me that.
everybody turn their mics on. Here we go. Seeing we have a quorum, I will call to order the City of Kima, City Council and Kima Public Facilities Corporation's special meeting. And the first thing on the agenda is our pledges. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
honor
Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Next on the agenda is a moment of silence. The next thing on the agenda is invitation to address council, and we will call up Shalia Thorne.
Turn your mic.
Can I start over?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I didn't see the clocker. All right, so thank you for allowing me to speak and even my flub on this, so I appreciate it. Just wanted to thank the council in terms of the agenda. A lot more information on the report, so it adds to transparency. What I would like to speak about, and it's the elephant in the room, the proposal for KCDC that you have only 2 council members, yet there are loopholes in it, and that it says, we decide what exigent circumstances are continuity. Those are so ambiguous. Have the intestinal fortitude to just not put it in there. Let the voters decide. If you need 3 people from KCDC on the council, then so be it. But you're putting it in, so I'll give you this, but then I'll take it away, and it's arbitrary. It doesn't need to be there. It really doesn't. The voters will decide. The other thing I'd like to point out is that there's a young man. He's not from Kemah, but his name is Adam Klein. He's an autistic young man, and I know certain members of the council have a heart for individuals with autism. He has been doing some amazing artwork, and there will be a reception for him on the 27th. I think there's a flyer available, and you can always check my Facebook page. I have it as well. But just a phenomenal artist, and I think that, and it's also being sponsored by the Dash Gordon Foundation, and Dash Gordon has a warm place in our hearts in Kemah. So please consider that. And thank you very much for your time.
Next on the agenda is proclamation, and I believe Patty will accept. Okay, this is a proclamation honoring Government Communicators Day. Okay. Whereas the role of government communications professionals is to inform, educate, and engage their communities. And whereas robust communication in government creates trust and inspires residents to take action and be involved. And whereas government communications create relationships and calls to action, build awareness and understanding through storytelling, engage and foster engagement of civic issues, and use all channels to include people in critical decisions. And whereas it is essential to have strong communications in government because it is a foundational element of living in a democracy where citizens have the freedom to make their voice heard. And whereas the city of Kemah is proud and has deep gratitude and recognition for government communicators' professionalism, dedication, hard work, commitment, enthusiasm, and sacrifice. Now therefore, I, Robin Collins, Mayor of the City of Kemah, Texas, do hereby proclaim February 20th, 2026 as Government Communicators Day in Kemah, Texas, and encourage all of our residents to recognize and thank the members of the Communications and Tourism Department for their dedication to effective and meaningful communication. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Oh, yeah, thanks. Okay, next on the agenda are mayor comments. Hopefully not too long tonight. I would like to mention an upcoming opportunity to serve others. The city will be partnering with the Give More Foundation to host a food drive benefiting the Community Blessing Box. And the box is located at the front of the police department, but behind this building. That drive will be on March the 7th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. here in the parking lot. And I encourage anyone who is able to stop by and donate. Even a few items can make a difference to a family who is in need. We continue to make progress with our parks and green spaces. Through our partnership with Scenic Texas, Kima will be receiving at least 100 trees. These trees will be planted all over the city in different park areas. Right now, we're earmarking some of them for Joanne Blackledge Memorial Park and the 57-acre park. This could be a great cost savings to the city because these trees are provided at no cost. They will provide shade and natural beauty for all of our residents to enjoy, hopefully in years to come, and they're all in differing sizes. Spring break earmarks Kima getting really, really busy. Spring break will run from March 9th through March 22nd. It's a super busy season for us, and we welcome a lot of visitors to the waterfront and the local businesses, but it's always a very important time for our community, and we just hope we have great weather. And finally, I would like to take and extend thank you to Krue de Lac and Mardi Gras. They both had wonderful parades, one on land and one by boat. Both of these were well organized and brought a lot of great energy to the community, and we just want to thank everybody that participated in that. Next on the agenda is City Council comments and announcements. Councilman Broadus.
I know Walmart kicked off the drone program probably 5 or 6 weeks ago. And I know Kima Crossing has had an issue with getting deliveries over there, and I've been in constant contact with them. I think we're finally making some progress, just so everybody over there's aware. We haven't forgotten about it. Lee's working on it when she was here, but he's working on getting us 10 people to submit their addresses through the email that they gave me this morning so that the engineers can try to figure out a way to rectify the problem over there. So it hasn't been forgotten, and I have continually been working on it. So, and then yesterday, Caesar and I spent all day in San Antonio. Great day, honestly. I think we've got 5 developers coming to town to do drive-throughs, look at all the properties we have available, have probably 10 restaurants that are interested in doing more research and need to send them more information. So I think it was a very, very productive day. I also can say I found it very odd that I spent 16,000 steps on that floor, talked to probably 500 people during the day, and I was the only elected official I met the whole day. Which is kind of odd to me.
Wow.
Everybody else was paid.
Different, right?
So,
Thank you,
Yep.
Darren, very much for that representation for the city. Councilman Oliver,
I don't have anything to add.
Councilman Meisinger,
Nothing for me.
and last but not least, Councilman Saldana.
Can you add my address to that list of the wing delivery? Because I don't,
Yeah, they won't
Everybody-
have mine either.
everybody on my street gets it, but me, I think I'm.
actually, I'll send you that email address and you send yours because that's what they're looking for. Is the folks that-
I think I've been sabotaged.
No, they won't bring
Oh,
you
it's just
mine
right
either.
there.
Honestly, don't know.
Do we have a drop for City Hall? Yeah, because they won't come to my house, but if they dropped here, I could have it here, I think.
I drop it at yours.
Okay, all right. Okay, Caesar is online for, Caesar, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Do you have, announcements and or report?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, Mayor, Council. I have an update on the animal services agreement. As of this past, as of Wednesday, we're still in negotiation with Dickinson. We have preliminarily come to terms that yes, we both agree that we can look at the possibility of partnering on this agreement. There is not yet a final amount, nor has it gone through legal, nor has it gone through their council for approval. So the first step is going to be for us to agree to the final terms, including amounts. The next thing will be for us to make sure that all the legal sides are in agreement as to what we would like to be moving forward.
they would approve it at their council, the issue that they approve of it, then we have to bring it back to our council. The hope is to try to get this all done in time for the first meeting in March. If not, it'll hopefully be by the second meeting in March.
Any comments or questions for Caesar? Okay, moving on, reports from staff. I believe all of these are within the packet, but I believe that Chief Garibay has something he would like to present tonight? No?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was told you had one to present tonight, okay. Racial profiling?
Oh, it's not the thing, it's not already. So,
I do.
Commissioner, should be in your package, it's the annual racial profile report that has to be presented to mayor and council. April put that together for us based on, all the traffic stops that we made, contacts this year, beginning of the street, good order.
Okay,
So it has to be presented to you guys, and it should be in the package. I believe,
Okay.
Natasha did, it is in there, correct.
okay,
If you have any questions about it, let me know.
okay. Welcome.
Thank you.
There it is, there it is.
Do you have any comments? We just did them.
You don't want to hear my
Okay,
comments.
all right, okay. Well, thank you for coming. Okay, next on the agenda is the consent agenda to approve the minutes of the 2/4/2026 City Council regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
So we have a motion by Councilman Darren Broadus, a second by Councilman Dustin Oliver. All of those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Number 11A, consideration and possible action to reappoint positions 4 and 7 of the Kemah Community Development Corporation. Position 4 would be to reappoint Tom Linkletter, and position 7 would be to reappoint Dustin Oliver.
I'd like to recuse myself from this one.
I have a question. Is there a reason why we're doing the appointment before we discuss the appointment procedure? Doesn't seem like we should discuss the appointment procedure before we do the appointment. It just seems like those two things should be swapped. Maybe that's just me, but.
Do you have anything to
May
comment?
I comment, Mayor?
Well, of course.
My understanding was that we were going to allow the reappointment of the two folks that are currently on to continue their appointment, and that the continuation of the bylaws edits, whatever what could happen, will be moving forward for any new possible applicants. If that's not the case, then that's my fault.
I'm okay with it, but I would say we probably should, maybe that should be in the bylaws, that if the two, I think I actually put that in my recommendations. That if the board wants to keep them, then they what I wanted to avoid is putting out this dog and pony show with people coming out to interview when your intent is to keep the board members that exist originally. And we talked about that the first time.
Well, there's still two more positions.
Right, understood. I just don't want to, like, if you ever run in a situation where there's 2 spots up and the other 2 that want to stay on there, why would you waste people's time to come in and do it? Falsely make them think they're going to do it if your intent is to keep them. So I don't know how to word
Yes,
that.
sir, that was the intent of bringing these 2 items, this item now, so that it was a clear understanding that the new bylaws would be for the 2 then vacant positions that would occur at that time.
Right, it's different. I would think it would be different if the president felt like they needed to be removed, or council did, and bring them back up. But nobody feels that way. I mean, I don't. I think they're both. At least Linklater is very active.
Councilman Meisinger, if you want to rearrange this, you can request
That's
that
all
we
I get.
move
It's just
it.
going to the court's time.
Okay.
Is it 4? Is it 4 and 7? Right, 4 and 7.
It's 4 and
Yeah,
7.
4 and 7.
I'll make a motion to reappoint positions 4 and 7 to KCDC.
Second.
So we have a motion by Councilman Isaac Saldana and a second by Councilman Darren Broadus. All those in favor? Motion carries with 4 votes, and Councilman Oliver abstained from voting. 11B, consideration and possible action to approve Resolution 2026-09, resolution authorizing the submission of Texas Parks and Wildlife Grant for Boating Access Grant Program.
Thanks.
Yes, Mayor, this item was tied to a grant application. KCDC has already supported us pursuing this grant application. The funding agency requires a resolution before the city council, and that's what this item is before you tonight.
Does anyone have any questions or comments for, about the resolution for Caesar?
Make a motion to approve resolution 2026-09.
Second.
So we have a motion by Councilman Darren Broadus, a second by Councilman Doug Meisinger. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 11C, consideration and possible action to approve resolution 2026-10. Resolution authorizing the submission of Texas Parks and Wildlife Grant for Recreational Trails Grant Program. I guess I should read the rest of this. It's a resolution of the City of Kemah, as hereinafter referred to as applicant, designating certain officials as being responsible for, acting for, and on behalf of the applicant in dealing with the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, hereinafter referred to as department, for the purpose of participating in the Recreational Trails Grant Program, hereinafter referred to as the program, certifying that the applicant is eligible to receive program assistance.
Mayor, this item is just as the item that you heard above, but instead of being for the boat ramp, this one's specific for the trails program. We would like to utilize this opportunity to go toward 57 Acre Park. KCDC has also approved this, and they only require a resolution from the body.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2026-10.
Second.
So we have a motion by Councilman Darren Broadus, a second by Councilman Lee Wallace. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 11D, consideration and possible action to approve resolution 2026-11, statewide emergency radio infrastructure grant program via the Office of the Governor. Resolution of the City Council of the City of Kemah, Texas, authorizing the city administrator to enter into grant agreement with the Texas Office of the Governor, allowing the application for potential funds to rehabilitate the citywide communications tower and P-25 compliant radio system and equipment, and providing an effective date.
Mayor, I have asked in my absence for Chief Carabin and/or Captain Reeves to take this item, but this would be another grant application that requires this resolution to be passed. Gentlemen?
Okay, with this grant application, it's a no-match grant. Essentially, all it is to rehab that communications tower that the PD, the fire department, and EMS use.
Oh, okay. And no match.
Correct.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2026-101.
Second.
So I have a motion by Councilman Darren Broadus, a second by Councilman Dustin Oliver. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 11E, consideration and possible action to award the contract for RFP 2026-01 ballistic body armor to Angel Armor.
Also in the packet, you should have the scoring sheets for everyone that contributed to the RFP. And if you have any questions, please ask.
Any questions or comments?
Again, just as a point of order, that this is what was made possible by a grant that we applied for, that we were able to receive from the state to provide these, for our police department.
I'll make a motion to award the contract for RFP 2026-01 ballistic body armor to Angel Armor.
Second.
So we have a motion by Councilman Doug Meisinger and a second by, was it Dustin?
Yes,
Councilman Dustin Oliver. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 11F, consideration and possible action to approve a budget transfer between revenue accounts, warrant fee revenue 01-4100 of 100,000 to fines and forfeitures 01-4105 of 100,000, net effect of 0.
This is just an accounting cleanup, quarterly review of the financials. I've talked to Ryan. The way we set it up during our budget, just hard for them to account for it in that mechanism. So we thought it was better to do it this way after reviewing everything, but we are tracking the warrant fee revenue on a monthly basis. It's just the way I thought we collected and the way it actually collects is different when I did my quarterly review of the budget. So it's just mainly just a cleanup, so it keeps it simple for Ryan over there.
Yeah, the warrant fee, they only get like $50 per warrant that they cleared. We were computing that everything the warrant, when they cleared a warrant, would go into the warrant fee, but that's not how it operates. So it actually goes, most of it goes in the fine and forfeitures.
Any other questions or comments? Do we have a motion?
I make a motion to approve a budget transfer between revenue accounts
Second.
01-4100 and 014105 of $100,000.
Second.
Do we have a motion by Councilman Darren Broadus and a second by Councilman Lee Wallace? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion also carries unanimous. 11G, request to waive community center rental fee for Fundamentally Awesome CPR and Emergency Readiness Clinic.
Guess my only question, what's the date? I didn't see where they had it, unless I missed it. What date are they planning on using the community center?
Final date has not been scheduled. It will be around our availability. We wanted to first find out if this would be waived, a possibility of doing this. They would like subsequent classes to take place where they would offer it to people in the area to get community CPR.
I would just ask Jerry, I mean, we're fixing to run into the season when we do rent the community center, starting spring break and.
Right now it's tied up with, voting.
Right.
You know, elections.
Well, I'm just saying, I just would be conscientious of that. I mean, we have times a year where we don't rent out the community center. So the timing of it's the only thing I have a question is, so we don't lose revenue.
Haven't they agreed, no Caesar, to work around the availability?
They have agreed to work around availability, and we can also make sure that the classes are done during non-peak hours.
I always think that whenever these come up to waive fees, especially something like this, I mean, we should probably do that. Whenever we waive fees, it shouldn't waive cleaning fees. Like, they should take care of that. Just my opinion. Because we have to, that cost us. This is my opinion.
You can make a motion to that effect.
I don't feel, I mean, I'm just letting my voice be known. I don't know if I feel that strongly about it, but especially if they're, I mean, like in this particular instance, they're gonna train citizens. You know, that's a good trade-off. But generally speaking, if somebody comes in and says it, and they're gonna, whatever, they should pay.
Maybe we can train them to clean up too, huh?
I make a motion to approve the waiving of the, I've got off that page.
So we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry.
they need to clean it up. That's part of it.
Oh, okay.
That's my motion.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Do we know what that fee is?
The cleanup fee?
$250.
$250? Okay.
Is that what it costs us? Can we do cost plus 10% or something, just to be? Well, I'm just saying, I mean, you might as well rent it. If you're gonna do $250, you're gonna run them all.
I think it's $100, but then.
That's
we got
cheap.
public works that go
I need those cleaning people's
No,
numbers.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, we got pretty cheap cleaning. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I just think it should be cost plus something, not $250. I mean, you still get your money back and some administrative fee. Cost plus 20. I'm fine with that too.
Not just cost for them? Go ahead and make a motion. I'll rescind my motion.
I'll make a motion to waive the community center rental fee, but require CPR and emergency readiness clinic to pay City of Kima's cost of cleaning plus 15%.
Second.
So we have a motion by Councilman Darren Broadus, a second by Councilman Isaac Saldana. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Consideration and possible action to restructure the KCDC bylaws and appoint policy and procedures. And the final draft of the bylaws updated are in your packet, as well as the evaluation form that would be utilized moving forward.
Mayor, yes, there's actually 2 evaluation forms that are closed. One for KCD's to use, and then one for council to use subsequently after the recommendations are made. We were provided the updates as per last meeting, and they, I believe, the last time I checked, the copy that's forwarded to everybody shows everybody's notes.
I wrote the evaluation forms and I took y'all's recommendations into consideration. And Darren, I put at the very top that residents got a preferential grade. And then a second grading, not to be repeated, but to add to from council to do. Everything else, the other changes have been put in.
Those only changes?
Well, there were some other things that I don't remember exactly what they were. Maybe Caesar remembers. But everything you guys talked about, we changed in here, added, or it wasn't a lot. We didn't have a lot of input.
Yeah.
All changes, including both scoring sheets, have been included.
And to speak to Ms. Thorne's comments at the beginning, I don't know what you're referring to. The ability for council to have the ultimate appointment and removal it's always been that way since it's been part of KEMA. I think we've made the bylaws stronger. We have taken steps. When I first took the first swipe at this, I tried to remember every single issue we've ever had and include and address it in this. And I think it does. I did try to think about certain situations, like I said before, where maybe somebody isn't here, or we can't fill spots, and maybe we can temporarily fill them. The only thing that's not in here that maybe we could add is kind of what happened if you want to keep somebody, then they just get reappointed. That's not addressed in here. That's probably the only blind spot I see. But other than that, I feel great about it, actually. I think it's going to add a lot of procedure to something that's lacked it big time for a long time. Because if we've done it 10 times,
We can go through these 2 appointments during this cycle, and if there are some errors, then we can make those corrections after this process.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I mean, because we'll have another year, but I mean, we need to do it as soon as this happens, so if there's something we need to address, let's address it now.
Continue
It's fresh in our minds.
Yeah.
So,
Can someone educate me on this? And I don't claim to know anything about KCDC. I'm trying to learn as much as I can, but a resident of KEMA scores 5. I was always under the impression that you had to be a resident of KEMA, sort of like city council or
No.
anything else.
No, and that was one of the things I addressed in here. So before, you didn't have to be a resident or or a business owner or anything, and you could have lived within 10 miles, I think it was, of the
Boundaries?
city limit.
Yeah.
Which went along almost out.
Yeah.
Far. And so I felt like that was kind of far, and that you really should have people that are vested in the community. And then I thought, well, you don't want to limit it just to KEMA, because sometimes our volunteer base is strained. So what would that mean? So maybe somebody in the joint, because you got somebody like Linklater who doesn't live here, doesn't have a business here, but he's a great contributor to KCDC. So those people exist,
Right.
and they care about our community. So of course, but Darren brought up to score a resident. Higher. Like if you got a resident here, you got another guy that's not a resident, they're pretty equal.
Mhm.
The resident gets preferential treatment, right? So it's not much different when you score for to put bids out. When you want to award something to a contractor, a local contractor should get a higher grade. Same thing, same concept.
And I'd also, why do we have 7 positions and not 5?
That's what the statute.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've already went down that road.
507, must be a resident, you can have people who aren't residents, it's different type A, type B, plus space for the.
Yeah, and the resident votes.
And at
Yeah,
one,
right.
at one time, many years ago, it was a type A, and then it became a type B, is that correct?
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, many, many years ago, we had it as a type A.
Yes.
It was a KEDC, and then we changed it to type B, and it became KCDC, so
Yeah.
that's.
Okay.
And TML every year puts out a great handbook on downtown corporations. The new one just came out, it's 252 pages, it'll answer all the questions you got.
Good. Thanks.
Great reading.
Can't wait to read that one.
In the
Yeah.
evening.
Give us something to read after.
When I can't go to sleep at night?
Yeah.
They're trying to get you on there. He's the only one up here that hasn't been on there. You need your turn.
Now I don't know if I want to.
Well, I'm still gonna be where I was the last time we discussed this. Resident of Kima, instead of 5, should be 50. Kima business owner should be 40 instead of 4. Because I remember I said at the last meeting, I said, there's none of these cities that we neighbor with would ever let a Kima person on. And then just to make sure I was right about that, I called every one of them. And they were all like, there's no circumstance that could ever possibly exist that they would let a non-resident on one of their boards. In fact, League City called me back and said, I was wrong on one thing. There was one board we made one exception for, and it was the tourism board. They allowed the head of South Shore Harbor Resort to be on the tourism, but everything else.
That's not true. P and Z allows outside residents. And by the way, League City has 130,000
Oh, I
people.
know. I know.
We have
but
2,000 people.
I mean, look, I am brilliant at cracking people's necks and backs. I mean, I'm really good at it. But I could never in a million years get hired as a chiropractor. I lack the basic qualification. I think, to me, that should be the article of ineligibility is you don't live here or work here, have a business here. And I don't think it should just be business owner. I think it should be a business owner and the business collects sales tax. I think that's as low as the bar should go for that. So, yeah, I mean, that's where I think it should be. I don't understand that if you live nearby, that's good enough. I just don't think it is. I think it should be hard. It shouldn't be easy to do it. You should have to meet basic requirements to qualify to do this. It's not just an open door that all are welcome. It shouldn't be like that. You know, not a one of us could be sitting up here if we didn't live here. Not one. In fact, honestly, I've been on boards of more nonprofits than I can count. I mean, I just left yesterday my term as president of a nonprofit that was part of CCISD. Been on the board of the chamber, been executive officer of the chamber. I've been on a lot of boards. I've been a part of a lot of bylaws committees where I've never once looked at doing bylaws to accommodate board members. It was to do other things. I mean, I'll vote no on it just because of that alone, but I always say I am the one vote.
What's the difference between a minimal demonstrated stake and a weak or unclear connection? It seems like they're the same.
It's for you to determine when you're interviewing them.
Say again?
It's for you to determine where we're interviewing. You can just determine what their interest or stake is in Kima. I was trying to create a scoring metric. That's all. You know, it's been broken for a long time, so I did the best I could to try to take a bite to make it better.
I
Whatever
appreciate what you did.
Yeah, whatever input you have,
Absolutely.
this is way better than what we did.
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah.
But I think the honestly, if someone were to say the whole KCDC process, what's the problem? I wouldn't say the problem is who's qualified to do it. I'd say the problem is the fact that you do it a different way every single time.
That was it.
That's the part I would look at and say, hey, this is it. This is step 1, step 2, step 3, and never do we vary from that.
Well, that's in there.
So I know, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I applaud that you did this. This is long overdue. I always go back to the hat, those little pieces of paper thrown in a hat when I got on KCDC 10 years ago. It was like, that's the only time I ever saw it done in a hat. But I mean, look, I've said clearly where I'm going to be at it, but you know, change is needed. So I do appreciate what you did.
Any other comments or
Do
questions?
we, I'm sorry,
No, go ahead.
didn't mean to talk over you.
No.
Do we have problems having Kima residents step up for this or
I would say,
historically?
well, no, I would say, well, historically, yes. But I would say that recently, and that's one of the reasons I kind of tackled it, was because recently, I would say our quality of candidate has gotten a lot better. And because that's happened, Darren has a board that's doing a lot more.
Mhm.
It started before Doug got COVID, you know, but when I got on there, we were able to bring it up a little bit more. Doug brought it up a lot, and the person had it before him, I brought it up a little bit more. Darren's bringing it up a little bit more, and the quality of candidates coming in. I mean, the last time we had 3 candidates coming in, we had like 3 really qualified candidates.
Yeah.
And so, and then you figure out, okay, well, how do you create a scoring metric that gets the best quality person up there? And it's addressed that. If you read it, it's like, what I tried to do started with KCDC, and so they they identify a need.
Mhm.
And then that's how you go out. Okay, we need somebody that has some background in hospitality or whatever it may be. And then you got your wish list, you put it out there. And then, you know what, Kima's only, is it 2,500 people now? I mean, it's not big, you know, and so,
We
That
have,
was, that was the reason for the question.
yeah, it's just
I
not
think
big.
we've had people, I think it also has to do with timing. We've had people, as many as 7 or 8 apply, and then hardly anyone. We put a deadline on it, we wouldn't have anyone. We'd have to keep leaving it open until we got some candidates. So it's either, I don't know if it's cyclic or what, but maybe it's the timing, you know, just who's interested and who's
Right.
available when a position comes available.
And maybe it'll get better, maybe it won't be a problem. But
Yeah,
I'm just trying to address everything that's been a problem.
and the reason I ask it, because I remember sitting here when we had the 3 that you were talking about, and I stuck in my mind, is this all we have? Is it, I mean, there were 3 good candidates, I thought, but were those the only 3 that stepped up? I mean, it's kind of, it's weak, it's a weak pool, I guess. I should say.
Well, you haven't been here very long, because that's a pretty strong pool.
Was it
honestly.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Really
really
strong?
I mean, you know, hey, plaster somebody's face on a billboard, see who wants to volunteer on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's idiotic. You know what I mean? So we gotta,
Yeah.
we have to be able to get the right people in here, and sometimes.
Oh, I agree.
Sometimes you have to accept somebody that might not be here. Then you want to say, just like the hot funds, you want to say, oh, we want a hotelier, or we want a business person. Well, 9 times out of 10, the hotelier and the business person are busy running their business in the hotel, they don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still waiting for a hotelier to join hot fund committee. You know, I mean, for as long as we've been part of it, it shouldn't happen.
Right.
So, and like I said, maybe it's a non-issue, but maybe it is, and if it is, it's addressed. That's it. And we have a way to get from point A to point B. Doug, anything else you want to talk about?
Any more discussion?
No, I've ranted enough.
No, man, you're on, hey, you only got a limited amount of meetings, man. I'm gonna be very patient. Anything you gotta say.
I
we're
would
ready.
reserve what fuel's still in the tank.
Let me pull this up, I'll make the motion, hold on. Make sure I do this right. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the restructure of the KCDC bylaws and appointment policies and procedures. As written.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Isaac Saldana and a second by Councilman Darren Broadus. All those in favor? Any opposed?
Me, for the reason I mentioned, that's it.
You got those votes then, motion carries. We do not have an executive closed session tonight. Are there any other comments or questions or discussion tonight? Seeing none, we will adjourn the meeting at 4:39 PM.
How did you start a meeting at 4 o'clock and it ends at 4 minutes?
Well,
Start a
we
meeting
just
at
did
6
it.
and it lasts
We
4 hours.
just did it.
I don't get it. Shut up, Paul.
So I'm gonna have to do 8 weeks of radiation.
Oh,
If I did-
All that was just reading.